Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-November tarot reading. So this is good from now until mid-December. We'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or any areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit. And Leo, we are still in that new moon in Scorpio energy. We'll continue with that energy all this week. And I did a special reading around that because the new moon in Scorpio is really all about transformation and changes that we are wanting to make in our life. And I also created a reflection journal activity that may help you to kind of like clarify what change you may want to make and set intentions during this new moon. So I'll also put the link here in the description box below. It's totally free and I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's take a look here at this. Traveling lightly and cow spirit. Okay, traveling lightly, simplify your life, and cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Okay. Now, I'm not sure, Leo, I think you had these exact same two cards last week. That is like crazy. And I'm getting the message. There's baggages. That's what they're saying, baggages. There's a baggage that from the past that you are still like dropping. And you know what? This is kind of like the scene that they're playing for me is that, you know, you're like the traveler on the road, but instead of just having one bag on your back, you actually have like 5 or 6, and you're walking down the street and you're literally tossing them off your back. And I think that you have been doing this for some time, right? It's kind of like you're down to just the one bag, and that is exactly when the miracles start to happen. The baggage that we carry from the past, the pain that we carry as we move forward on our path, it just prevents us from having the miracles show up in our life. And, you know, I think one of the biggest things that I have learned is that when we hold on to that pain is that it's really hard for us to be grateful and to really live a life full of gratitude. When we live a life full of gratitude, the miracles truly start showing up in our life. So one of the best things we can do is in order to let go of the baggage, okay? It's easier instead of like trying to drop the baggage, okay? And there is part of healing is dropping the baggage, right? But the other part is allowing our energy to go towards what it is that we want for ourselves, right? And getting really grateful for what we have at this moment and where we want to go. And when we can shift our energy, it's like the baggages melt off, you know, and that is sometimes a little bit difficult to do, you know, especially when we have had, you know, if you've had more than one difficult experience, right? It's very hard to allow ourselves to move forward without taking forward some of that pain. This is you. This is the energy that you are dropping the baggage, right? You are just like, okay, I'm only taking the good with me. I'm allowing what didn't work to stay in the past. I'm taking the lesson of it and moving forward with only joy in my heart and excitement for what is on the road ahead. Yeah, really beautiful energy. And, you know, I think that you have already actually made this shift. You may not recognize it. That is kind of the energy because, yeah, I feel like you are poised. And look at this. You know, you are truly poised. You have done the work. Look at how seriously, like to me, these two travelers, these two people kind of have the same type of energy. I'm going forward. I'm very light on my feet, right? I'm not carrying a lot of garbage and baggage and pain from the past. I've allowed myself to let go of that. I've allowed myself to do the healing work that I needed to do, but also to step into this energy of being very excited about where you are going in the future. And you're carrying with you this message, right? What you are carrying with you, okay, as you move forward is just the message of joy and happiness and sweet memories, you know? Even if you have, someone that has a painful disappointment in the past, it can sometimes help to let go of that energy when we truly sit and write down a long list of all the things that you are grateful for. Grateful for that person or that situation, what you learned while they were, or that situation was in your life. Like, when you were together, what are the beautiful memories? What are the things that you are truly grateful for? What do you want to celebrate about that relationship or situation? And then even after that is to look at, well, how have I grown since that situation or relationship left my life? Because it helps us to step into an energy of truly being grateful. Even though it was a difficult ending, something painful, it kind of just lightens your energy. And when we can lighten our energy, that is when we can move forward and the miracles can come in, right? And I think you've been working really hard on this, Leo, So just keep going back to your gratitude journal, writing down, just keep your energy going forward as much as you possibly can, and allow those painful experiences to kind of just like melt off your back. Okay, so let's take a look at your present energy. Yeah, look, you have the loving woman, and then you also have to the sea. So the to the sea energy is really interesting. It's allowing the divine to work its magic, right? Literally work its magic. It's not feeling like you have to overly control anything. Look at this. She's in a bathtub. She doesn't even have an oar, right? She's just allowing the universe to carry her forward at this time with this beautiful Empress energy, knowing that she doesn't have to overly control anything in her life. She's just waiting. It's literally this energy of having patience and waiting. And it doesn't mean that you don't get up every day and do those things that are good for you, right? Taking good care of your body, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Doing those things that help you to stay in this loving energy. Being very grateful, looking forward to the future. Staying excited, knowing the miracles are on your path. It's that energy that helps you to propel forward, to gain momentum, and to go. Yeah, this is exactly the Death card, right? It's about ending the conflict. I feel like for some of you, you have had a lot of conflict in either a relationship or a situation that was in your life for a very long time, and perhaps you thought was going to be in your life forever. And then something happened. There's a disappointment here that you are finally, I think for some of you, being able to move forward from, because you've gotten into the energy of being able to see the good, the Page of Wands, good news. You understand the good that was in that situation. You understand the good or the purpose of that painful disappointment, that an ending that maybe had a lot of conflict to it, that may have taken a lot out of you, or emotionally. You may have lost money in the situation, but you're finding on the other side of that, and that's the exciting thing here. On the other side of that, there is hope and joy and miracles. And that is what you are starting to experience. Now, Leo, I think you're kind of like on the cusp of this. Like, I think this new cycle has begun, but because the last cycle was so disappointing, or something disappointing happened, you're having a hard time allowing your energy to move forward. So if you're kind of feeling like, well, it's not coming in fast enough, go back to that gratitude journal and just get really grateful, because when you can be grateful for even the smallest things, okay, all of a sudden the miracles start showing up. It changes your life, because when we're in gratitude, the fear is pushed out and there's only love and fear. And if you can get into the energy of loving and appreciating and being grateful for what is in your life, the fear just goes away. There's just no room for it. And that is the beautiful thing. All right, so let's take a look at your obstacle. Yeah, this is whatever occurred in the past. And, you know, that energy is in the past. It is not about to happen, Leo. Okay, for if you're resonating with this, the disappointment has passed. You have done a lot of healing and you have started a new cycle. And that is the thing. I think you're not sure, right? It's kind of like, I'm not going to emotionally attach myself to wonderful miracles that may happen in the future because I'm just not sure. I'm protecting myself, right? It's this energy of, I just want to protect myself. It's also the energy of wanting to see the proof. Yeah, I can understand that. It's kind of like, I want the proof. I want the proof. I want to see it. I want it. It has to manifest. It has to be right in front of my eyes before I'm going to believe. But that's not how the universe works, right? It's being grateful for what we have and knowing deep down inside, you have the deep knowing that something is coming in on your path and is literally being dropped in. It's being dropped in. This is based on what your heart truly desires, the truth of who you are and the truth of what it is that you want for yourself. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, the King and Queen of Cups. For some of you, I feel, because we're looking forward here, for some of you, I feel like this is a new romantic partner for you, or it is a deepening of a connection that you already have. It's seeing things, okay, in a different light. The Hanged Man energy is gaining perspective. Whatever happened in the past has helped you to gain perspective of relationships or situations, how you fit into them, how maybe you allowed certain things to happen in your life that now you're kind of like, no, I have healthier boundaries. That wouldn't happen anymore, right? This is the energy of understanding. Okay, I see a love and I see relationships. I see my work in a completely different way. And I think, you know, I said 3 years, but it could be even 6, okay? It could be that maybe the last 3 years, like something traumatic happened 6 years ago. And it took you 3 years just to kind of like get back on your feet. And then these last 3 years, you have done a lot of healing. And this is the energy of understanding you are healed. And the Queen of Cups comes out again. You are kidding me. Look at this energy. Right? You have the King and Queen of Cups with the Two of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, a solid offer. You have somebody that is wanting to come in and give you a solid offer. And the reason is because you are traveling lightly. Let's think about that. If you're looking for a new romantic partner, right? And say you're single right now and you go out on a date with somebody and all they want to talk about is their ex, right? I can resonate, right? You go out on a date and all they want to talk about is how terrible their ex was, right? Or maybe you even have a girlfriend or, you know, a guy friend that's going through a divorce or something right now. And all they want to do is talk about how terrible their ex is, right? Or what their partner has done. Maybe they're not divorced or separated, but, you know, they just want to talk about the baggage, right? How does that make you feel? How does your energy change when you're sitting at dinner with somebody that just wants to talk about the baggage of the past? It just plummets, right? You're looking at your watch and you're trying to figure out how can you get out of this dinner? Where's the closest exit, right? And I think that is, you know, a sign when we're talking about the past that we haven't done the healing. Here's the thing, Leo, is that you have done the healing. You are putting down the end of the baggage. You are seeing the silver linings. You are seeing what has happened in the past has been the greatest gift, almost like a miracle to you. It is also getting you into this energy of being totally grateful for everything that you have in your life at this time and raising your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, guess what? Yeah, love literally falls out of the sky. This love literally falls out of the sky. whether this is a new romantic partner or a new deep friend. It could be a good, really good friend coming in, or if it's, just the deepening of a relationship that you already have. So let's take a look at your advice here. Look at, you have commitment and the Two of Cups. Somebody wanting, this Page of Pentacles is somebody wanting to commit to you, to getting, if it's a new person, getting to know you. If it's somebody that's already in your realm, wanting to get to know you better, right? And you have the yin. This is the energy of wanting emotional intimacy. This isn't just physical intimacy, right? This is emotional. I want to get to know you on a much deeper level. Now, here's the other thing that, Leo, if you're resonating with this, it could be that 3 years ago you were kind of over your ex, right? But you've had to do some more work or something like that. Have you ever kind of like had someone that wanted to come in and have emotional intimacy with you, but if you have baggage, it's really hard, right? Because you're still dealing with that. You're still trying to kind of protect yourself, oh, how much do I want to share? How much do I not want to share, right? This is the energy of being extremely vulnerable, opening your heart up to love again and wanting to be committed, not wanting to be guarded. What a beautiful energy. Yeah, and this is the cow spirit, and 1 + 5 = 6. It's the number 15. 1 + 5 = 6. That is the Lover's card, okay? That is the Lover's card. And I don't have the Lover's card yet. But it's showing up in this because the number 6 is the Lover's card in Tarot. Yeah, beautiful energy. Let's see. We don't really, I'm trying to see, I don't really have any signs showing out. The number 6 is Gemini energy, but there's not any other significant sign showing up. Yeah, I think the thing is somebody wants to express their love to you. You're still kind of like guarded. It's kind of like, okay, what am I going to do here, But here, you go within. Here's the Lover's card. You go within. It's kind of like you get this epiphany. What is holding me back? I'm no longer holding on to this baggage. It could be that for some of you, if you're not quite yet ready for a relationship, somebody comes in and sparks, okay? It piques your interest in having a relationship so that you continue to do the healing process and allow yourself to let go of the pain of the past. Yeah, because this is beautiful, no longer being a hermit, willing to step into a relationship. Queen of Pentacles is a committed relationship with someone that you truly love. Yeah, I think a Tower moment is coming in the fact that you're not going to be single very much longer, Leo, or at least if you are in a relationship, it's going to go to a much deeper level, right? So it's a beautiful new beginning in love, whether it's with a new person or in a relationship that you're already in. And just keep in mind, miracles are endless. All right. Okay, so let's pull a soul truth card for you, Leo. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Yeah, the expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this whole thing is about being grateful, right? It says, be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. That is beautiful. That so correlates to this reading, right? It's about understanding some of the baggage that you may need to drop is expectations. It's kind of like, it's dropping expectations. I know, I heard in my ear, well, what about boundaries, right? Okay, boundaries are different than expectations. Expectations are what we expect the other person to do. Boundaries are really about us and knowing where we end and somebody else begins, right? That is understanding what we are comfortable with and what we will kind of like allow people to come into our space. Expectations are different. Expectations are expecting that somebody has a certain level of education or looks a certain way or has a certain, flair about them or whatever. This is the energy of, well, when I have high expectations, then I'm not very happy with things that come in, because we get right into that judgmental type of energy, right? We start basing people on what our expectations are. This is the energy of just kind of like saying no to the expectation, stepping into that Aquarian energy of understanding that everybody that crosses our path brings us an opportunity to love and to learn more about them and more about ourselves. And that is the energy here. It's just kind of like very Aquarian, understanding that everybody that crosses our path is unique and special and loving in their own way. And when we can be grateful and look for the positives in other people, it's kind of like just changes our viewpoint of people and relationships and the world in general. Wow, beautiful energy there. All right, well, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I really appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.